Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon.
Okay, yesterday we discussed about increasing and decreasing functions, isn't it? We started with increasing and decreasing functions. Did you go through that questions, what we have discussed in the class after at home? Did you go through that questions? Any doubt you have? Okay, Aditya, tell me how we will find out that whether the function is increasing or decreasing using derivatives.
Ma'am, first we'll find f dash of a.
Hmm.
Then we equate it to 0 and
Hmm.
solve.
Hmm.
Then we divide it into number lines.
We divide it into intervals.
Intervals.
Okay, only one number line is there. We divide it into intervals. Number line, real line. The real line, we divide it into intervals.
Then we check the value,
Hmm.
sign, by
Hmm.
checking with f of x.
If
And
f
if
dash
it
of x,
greater
we
than
check the sign with f
f
dash
dash
of x.
So if it is greater than 0, then it is increasing. If it less than 0, it is decreasing function.
It is a decreasing function. Okay. So today, let's do some questions based on trigonometry. Trigonometric questions are more important for you as we belong to the stream. Science stream, trigonometric functions are more important. Okay. Write the question. Those who have the textbook, take your textbook. Take the textbook. So exercise 6.2. First one, second one. Okay, few questions we have discussed earlier. Okay, note down 1 and 2. We have discussed similar question. Note it 1 and 2 as homework. Now we are going to do the third one. We are going to do the, yes?
Exercise.
Increasing and decreasing functions. Exercise 6.2. 6.2. So look at the question. Read the question, Punya. Read the third one.
Show that the function given by f of x is equal to sin x is increasing in open interval 0, pi by 2.
And one more part is there.
Decreasing in closed open interval pi by 2, pi. Neither increasing nor decreasing in open 0, pi.
In 0, pi. Okay, so listen, in trigonometric function, we know that we can divide that into 4 quadrants. That plane will be dividing it into 4 quadrants. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. In first quadrant, which are positive here? Which trigonometric ratios are positive? All are positive. Okay, here it is 0, it is 90. 90 means pi by 2. 180, it is pi. 270, how will you denote, Rijas? Rijas. 270, how will you denote? Yes. 270, 90 into 3. Yes. Now give the answer. Not able to hear. Mute again.
3 pi by 2.
3 pi by 2. Just 3 pi by 2. And what about 0? It will coincide with 2 pi, isn't it? 360. So in first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, Emmanuel, which are the ratios positive? Which trigonometric ratios are positive?
Sin and cos.
Sine and cos are positive. Sine and cos? Sine and reciprocal of sine. What is it?
Cosec.
Cosec is positive. All the other angles are negative. In third quadrant, Dia?
Tan angle.
Yes. Fourth quadrant, Gayatri,
Cos and sec.
cos and sec will be positive. Okay, cos and sec are positive. So f of x is given. I'm going to find out what is the method we have learned. F dash of x is 0. Okay, we want to find f dash of x. We differentiate the given function only once. What is f dash of x? Cos x. Okay, now listen, what we know about cos x. We are here, I'm not going to equate it to 0. We know that f dash of x is cos x. And we know that cos x is positive in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Is it correct? Because in the first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. So particularly cos x is also positive. So f dash of x is positive in the interval 0 to pi by 2. It is positive. So therefore what we can say, f of x is increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Now look at the same function cos x. What do you know about cos x in the second quadrant? Is it positive? Achyut?
No, no.
No. Okay. So cos x is negative in the interval. In the second quadrant, it is negative. Second quadrant means we write this as pi by 2 to pi. 180, 90 to 180. So f dash of x is negative in the interval pi by 2 to pi. It is negative in the interval pi by 2 to pi. Therefore, f of x is decreasing in the interval pi by 2 to pi. Therefore, f of x is decreasing in the interval pi by 2 to pi. So combining these two, what we can say about the interval 0 to pi? In one part it is increasing, the other part it is decreasing. So f of x is combining these two. From these two only we are mentioning this because in one part it is increasing, in the other part it is decreasing. So combining these two, what we can say, f of x is neither increasing nor decreasing. Neither increasing nor decreasing in the interval 0 to pi. Because in one part it is positive, in the other part it is negative. We are not getting the same sign throughout. The sign is not same. If the sign is fully positive, means we can say it is increasing. If the sign is always negative, we can say it is decreasing. But it is not like that. In one part it is positive, in the other part it is negative. So if you take the full interval as a whole, we can say it is neither increasing nor decreasing. Now, Rin, Michael, Srihari, Krishnachandran, please turn on your video, children.
This one is the answer for C, right?
Yes. So we have proved the required results. Whether we have proved the results? Okay, see children, today we are going to discuss only the trigonometric functions. I'm going to discuss only the trigonometric functions because trigonometric functions are more important for you. So then, okay, after this, okay, third one we have discussed, fourth one and all, that model we have discussed yesterday. We have discussed that fourth one. So fourth one you can try it as homework. 4 and 5 you can try it as homework. 4 and 5. Now, let us do the ninth one. We are going to solve the ninth one. Trigonometric functions. Aryan, read the question, Aryan. Ninth one. Aryan?
Prove that,
Hmm. Hmm.
prove that y is equal to 4 sine theta by 2 plus 4 theta minus theta is an increasing function of theta in interval close interval 0, pi by 2.
Okay, you have to prove. Listen, children, look at the question. Prove that y is equal to 4 sine theta by 2 plus cos theta minus theta is an increasing function in the interval 0 to pi by 2. That means what we have to prove. Your interval is given in 0 to pi by 2. We have to prove it is increasing. That means what we have to prove, Nandana?
F dash of x is greater than 0.
Yes, f dash of x is greater than 0. It is positive in the interval 0 to pi by 2. You have to prove f dash of x is positive in the interval 0 to pi by 2. That is what we want to prove. So listen, I'm going to find out f dash of x. So what is f of x here? F of x is given as y is equal to 4 sine theta. F of theta instead of x, here it is theta. 4 sine theta by 2 plus cos theta minus 1 minus theta. Okay, all of you listen, children. You can write afterwards. First listen. This is a different question and at the same time, an important question. If you do it again and again only, you will become thorough with this method. Okay, so here f of theta is given. I'm going to find out the first order derivative, f dash of theta. If you look at the first term, for the first term, we have to use which rule? Michael? Look at the first term. For the first term, for differentiating the first term, which rule we have to use? Michael? Which rule you will use? Michael is there?
We should equate f dash of x.
We want to find f dash of theta. So how will you differentiate this first term? This is our first term, 4 plus sine theta by 2 plus cos theta. Which rule you will use? In which form the function is there? In which form the function is there?
Division rule.
It is in division rule. Numerator is there and denominator is there. If numerator and denominator is there, means you have to use quotient rule. Okay. So in quotient rule, how will you differentiate? Keep the denominator as such, derivative of numerator. B into u dash. Yes, Michael, tell me what is u dash? 4 sine theta. If we differentiate, what is the derivative of 4 sine theta? What is the derivative of 4 sine theta? What is the derivative of sine theta?
Cos theta.
So what is derivative of 4 sine theta?
4 cos theta.
It is 4 cos theta minus. We keep the numerator as such, 4 sine theta into. What is the derivative of denominator, Michael?
2 plus minus sine theta.
What is derivative of 2 here?
0.
0. 2 is alone here, isn't it? Here it is in product. That's why we are writing 4 as such. 4 is in product with cos theta. But here 2 is separate. So when if you differentiate it, constant, on differentiating it will become 0 minus sine theta by the denominator 2 plus cos theta the whole square minus 1. So that is when we open the bracket, we will get 4 cos theta plus 4 cos square theta minus into minus plus 4 sine square theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square minus 1. Now look at the first, this numerator, 4 cos square theta plus 4 sin square theta. We can take 1 4 as common, isn't it? We can use the identity cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is 1. And here I am taking the LCM. I cross multiply this, minus 2 plus cos theta the whole square by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Taking the common LCM. So it will become 4 cos theta plus 4 minus,
Ma'am,
yes,
isn't it 8 cos theta?
which one?
2 into 4 cos theta.
Yes, 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 it will become 8. 4 into 2 is 8. Yes, correct, Achut. So 8 cos theta plus 4. Now here expand it. Expand 2 plus cos theta. When you expand 2 plus cos theta, what you will get? It is 2 square, isn't it? Plus 2ab, 2 into cos theta plus cos square theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. So we will get 8 cos theta plus 4 minus 4 cos theta minus cos square theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Up to this, is it okay? Up to this, is it clear, children? We are using quotient rule. We are using the quotient rule and we are differentiating. Look at here. From the beginning, once again, I'll explain. Listen, children. So the question is, you have to prove this is an increasing function in the interval 0 to pi by 2. So once a function is given, we have to find f dash of theta. If you look at the term here, first term, it is in quotient form. It is in the quotient form. Numerator is there, denominator is there. So we use quotient rule. In quotient rule, b into u dash minus u into v dash by v square. So 2 plus cos theta into derivative of 4 sin theta is 4 cos theta minus 4 into sin theta. We differentiate 2 plus cos theta, which is 0 minus sin theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square minus 1. Next step, you open the bracket. 4 into 2, 8 cos theta plus 4 cos square theta minus of minus plus 4 sin square theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Next step, we take the LCM and we expand it. We take the LCM and we expand it. So when we expand it here, plus 4 minus 4 will get cancelled. So what is left out? 8 cos theta minus 4 sin theta. What is 8 cos theta minus 4 sin theta? 8 minus 4. So we get 4 cos theta minus cos square theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. This is the first order derivative. Now listen, children, listen. Up to this, is it okay? Now look at the denominator. In the denominator, we have 2 plus cos theta the whole square. In the denominator, we have 2 plus cos theta the whole square. So the denominator value, will it be positive or negative? Will it be positive or negative, Aditya?
Positive.
Positive. Why?
Square.
Whenever square is there, it will be always positive. Okay. So here we can take one cos theta as common. If we take cos theta as common, we will get 4 minus cos theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Cos theta into 4 minus cos theta by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Now listen, children. Don't write. Now listen. All of you listen. We are going to consider there in polynomials, we took each and every linear factor and we decided. Same way here. Here also we are going to consider each term separately. So in the interval 0 to pi by 2, that means in the first quadrant, cos theta is always positive. Is it correct? In the first quadrant, in 0 to pi by 2, cos theta is positive. What about the denominator? 2 plus cos theta the whole square, because we are squaring, that is also positive. So that sine of f dash of theta will be decided by which factor? Which factor divides the sine here? Which factor will decide the value of f dash of theta? Which factor will decide the sine of f dash of theta? Here this is positive because in the first quadrant. Denominator, we have square, that is also positive. So which is the factor left out?
Theta.
4 minus cos theta, isn't it? This is positive. This is positive. So now which is the term here? 4 minus cos theta. We have to look at the term 4 minus cos theta. Now listen. Don't write, first listen. 4 minus cos theta. We are taking the value between 0 to pi by 2. That value of theta lies between 0 to 90. So in the interval 0 to 90, what is the maximum value of cos theta and what is the minimum value? In 0 to 90, what is the maximum value of cos and what is the minimum value of cos?
Maximum is 1.
Maximum is 1, minimum is 0. Suppose I give the maximum value 4 minus 1. Will it be positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. If I give the minimum value also, it
Positive.
is positive. So 4 minus cos theta is also positive. Yes or no? So all the factors are positive. Is it okay? Rijas, Srihari, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Gayatri. How we are concluding it? How we are deciding this? Cos theta is positive in the first quadrant. 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Square is there, so therefore it is positive. Therefore, the sine of f dash of theta is decided by the factor 4 minus cos theta. Here also, cos theta, the value of cos theta lies between 0 to 1. Minimum value is 0, maximum value is 1. So when we subtract 4 minus 1, it is always positive. When we subtract the maximum value also, we'll get the positive. So therefore, f dash of theta is positive when theta belongs to the interval 0 to pi by 2. F dash of theta is positive. So if it is positive, what we can say, Gauri?
Increasing.
Yeah, f of theta is increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. It is increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Okay, is it okay, children? Now write the next one. Next is, read the 12th question. Read the 12th question. Gauri, read the 12th one, Gauri.
Which of the following functions are decreasing on 0, pi by 2?
So we are given 4 functions: cos x, cos 2x, cos 3x, tan x. Which are the functions are decreasing? Okay, so these are all 1 mark question. Okay, these are all 1 mark questions for the MC, for the exam, for the board exam, for the first term. If this chapter is there, means they will give this function, these 4 functions, and you will be asked to select which function is decreasing, which function is increasing. Okay, so this type of questions you can expect for 1 mark. So look at this question. Which of the following functions are strictly decreasing? What is the condition for strictly decreasing, Emmanuel? For decreasing function.
When x is when x1 is less than x2, implies that f1, f function of f of x of 1 is greater than f of x2.
Okay, I'm not asking the definition. When will you say a function is increasing or decreasing? How will you decide a function is increasing or decreasing? How we did the previous question? Whether we are applying that definition there? Whether we did by, no, how we did? How we decided it is increasing or it is decreasing? How we decided?
Between the theta.
Between the theta, okay, some values are there. But how we decided?
If it is greater than 0.
Which is greater than 0?
Theta.
Is it theta?
Value.
Which value? Which value? Is it theta value?
No, f of.
F of. Is it f of? Is it f of? Is it f of? Children?
Derivative.
Okay, it's an important topic we are discussing. Gayatri, tell me, Gayatri.
When f dash of x is less than 0.
When f dash of x, whenever the first order derivative is positive. Whenever first order derivative is positive, we can say it is an increasing function. And first order derivative is negative, it is a decreasing function. Is it clear, Emmanuel? You have to find the first order derivative. If the first order derivative is positive, Emmanuel, if the first order derivative is positive, it is an
Increasing.
It is an increasing function. Shivani, if first order derivative is negative, it is a decreasing function. Okay. So now look at this question. We have 4 parts given there. 4 subdivisions are there. So let us take the first subdivision. You can look at the first function. First one, A, f of x is cos x. F of x is cos x. So what is f dash of x? Srihari?
Minus sin x.
Minus sin x. Okay, now the interval is given. So in the interval 0 to pi by 2, that means in the first quadrant, whether sin x is positive or negative. Now in 0 to pi by 2, f dash of x, that is minus sin x, is it positive or negative?
Sin x is positive.
So here f dash of x is minus sin x. So
Negative.
negative. Sin x is positive. Here we have minus sin x. So minus sin x will be negative. That is f dash of x is negative. Therefore, f of x is equal to cos x is decreasing. It is decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. It is decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Okay. It is decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Now take the second function, b. Now you can take the second function. First one, is it over, children? You finished?
No, ma'am.
Those who are completed, you start with the b. Find the derivative and check how will you decide.
I'm completed.
Finished. Okay. What about the others? Yes. Others completed this first part, children? Now look at the next one, second one, B part. Then B part, f of x is given as, f of x is given as cos 2x. Cos 2x. What is the f dash of x? Krishna Chandran, what is f dash of x?
Negative 2 sin 2x.
Negative sine 2 sine 2x. Okay, negative 2 sine 2x. Now we want to check whether sine 2x is positive or check this. There are so many ways. Okay, there are so many methods to check. Here, what we are going to do, look at here. What is given about x? Listen, children, first listen. X belongs to the interval. It is given x belongs to the interval 0 to pi by 2. That means x lies between 0 and pi by 2. Is it correct? Is it correct, children? X belongs to the interval 0 to pi by 2 means x takes values from 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Now here we want 2x. Here we want 2x. I'm going to multiply this inequality by 2. So 2 into 0 is less than 2x is less than 2 into pi by 2. That is 0 less than 2x less than pi. Okay. Now you take sine. When I take sine, sine 0 is less than sine 2x less than sine pi. So what is sine 0? What is sine 0?
0.
0. Zero is less than 2x. What about sine pi? Sine pi is also 0. Okay. So you consider only this part. This part is enough for deciding the sign of sine 2x. 0 is less than sine 2x. That means, can we say sine 2x is greater than 0? Can we say sine 2x is positive? 0 is sine 0 is 0. Okay, leave this sine pi. You consider only this part. 0 is less than sine 2x. That means sine 2x is greater than 0. Sine 2x is positive. If sine 2x is positive, what will be the sign of f dash of x? What will be the sign of f dash of x? F dash of x is minus 2 sine 2x. This is positive. And minus 2, we are multiplying by minus 2. So will it be positive or negative?
Negative.
It will be negative. F dash of x will be negative. So f of x is decreasing. Therefore, f of x is decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. F of x is decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Yes.
I don't understand the starting portion. Can you say that?
Which part? Look at here. Here x value is given from 0 to pi by 2. Whether it is given here, x is given that x is lying between the interval 0 to pi by 2. 2 belongs to the interval 1 and 3. That means what does it mean? 1 is less than 2, less than 3. Is or no? Why 2 lies between 1 and 3. Same way here, x belongs to this interval means we can write this as 0 less than x less than pi by 2. Here we want in the form of sine 2x. We want to find the value of sine 2x. So okay, we have x. Now what we are doing? We multiply by 2. The next step is this x we are multiplying by 2. So like the equation, in equation what we do? Similarly, here we are doing for inequality. When you do it, you should do it throughout the inequality. It is not for one term. So throughout this inequality, we multiply by 2. So 2 into 0 is less than 2 into x is less than 2 into pi by 2. Now what is 2 into 0? It is 0. It's less than 2x, which is less than pi. So here, next step, 2x now we have taken. Now next thing is you have to take sine. So you take sine for all these values. Sine 0 is less than sine 2x, which is less than sine pi. 0 is less than, sine 0 is 0, is less than sine 2x. Here if you take again, you will get less than 0. So now you leave this one. You take only this part. We want only this part. Where this sine x will lie. Is it greater than or less than? That's what we have to check. So here we get 0 is less than or equal to sine 2x. So that is sine 2x is positive. Sine 2x is positive. Otherwise, okay, otherwise, there is another way. There is another way. We are taking 0 to pi by 2, isn't it? We are taking 0 to pi by 2. We want to find the value of sine 2x. When we put minimum value, what is the minimum value here? 0. When you put 0, 2 into 0, which is sine 0. And what about sine maximum value? 2 into pi by 2 means we will get 180. Maximum value we will get is 180. That means the values, it is lying from 0, 90 to 180. Only this value only you will take. Okay, sine 2x takes only values from 0 to 180. So in the first quadrant and second quadrant, which are the ratios positive? The sign is positive. In first quadrant, all the ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, sign is positive. So if you take 0 to pi by 2, sine 2x, the maximum value will be 180. So it takes the values from 0 to 180 only. 0 to 180, sine 2x is positive. Is it okay? Like that also you can decide. Okay. So we have sine 2x is positive. If sine 2x is positive, minus 2 into sine 2x will be negative. So we get f dash of f of x is decreasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Third one, you can try. You can try that one. Try the third one as homework. Now fourth one we will be doing here. What is the fourth one? F of x is tan x. So it will be f dash of x. What is f dash of x? Dia?
sec square x.
Sec square x. Sec square x. That means it is same as sec x the whole square, isn't it? Sec square x means it is sec x the whole square. So will it be positive or negative? Square function is always
Positive.
positive. Therefore, f of x is increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. F of x is increasing in the interval 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Okay, children. Answer your attendance. Thank you, children.